So we're going from skills to building products. He's in here grinding, doing some grinding and laying out right now, so that way we can build a custom clamp. This is what we're actually building. We just want to improve it and make it better. And we're using a different type of C-clamp. We're using these vessel clamps here. So we got the top pieces already fabricated. Now we're working on the base. So he's laying out getting the center lines, see, on both sides, so that way the tube can sit right here in the center. And all of this is a part of fabrication. You know, a lot of welding classes and welding programs, they just have you burning beads and the guy be in there and say, hey, keep going. But we're actually want to really teach you something that you could actually use for, you know, your personal business or your hobby and going to get a job. You know what I mean? And something you can pass down. So this stuff is real valuable to have. You know what I mean? So our goal is to teach them everything. We're not just running beads, which we're doing that too, but we're doing everything in here. Teaching them safety and PPE. You know, having them use the things like the bitch grinder, getting them familiar with the processes. We got information all over the walls. You know, we just have them running straight beads first before they start implementing filler metal. We do that in those two booths, and this one right here, this is what we introduced the MIG at. And he's actually about to get ready to run a couple. But this student just passed her section of the MIG. And we have them run, and as they work on their plates, you know, you can see how they are starting to get better. He was going a little rough. This is his last bead. He got a lot better. Yeah, all of those work there. You can get any one of those to work. So we got a nice little setup. We're inside the science building. And we got this nice Miller 215, fam. This is a good one too. I'm not gonna lie, if y'all can afford one like this, you can get them on Amazon. You can get them from Miller themselves. No, I'm not affiliate or anything like that, but I do affiliate marketing through YouTube though. So if you hit the link, if I put this up on there, I do get some help from that. Yeah, just pick it up and push it over to the opposite side. Yeah, you got to hold one side down and leak it over. She only weld one side, I think. Hold on, let me see. You got it? Go over here in the system real quick. Some live stepping in. She should only do one side. Yeah, she only do one side. God, you were trying to put it, you were pulling it from the wrong way. This is the same thing I have you do. Yeah, I have you. Oh, that's what it is. There we go. So I have you put a little tag right here. Well, do your lines first. You know, do your 1/4-inch lines across here first. Do them across the front, and then once you get ready for the back, you just do them again. They don't really do it twice. They're gonna come off anyway. So just do them across here first, and then tack it up. Getting them set up, fam. We're about to get ready to start class. We got one more video to watch on the grind, on the weld symbols, and then we're gonna step into the rest of the process. But you see, we're getting it in, fam. Products over talent, but you have to get the talent first. You have to get the skill first. Once you get the skill, then you can start scaling it and start building products that you can sell for yourself put on the website, put on Facebook Market, put on Offer Up, whatever they got out there. You can just start, scaling yourself on your personal pages, on banners throughout your community, whatever you're doing. But there's so much you can do with the welding skills, and there's so many things need to be fixed, need to be created. So don't just think work, think creation too. What can you build? What can you make? How can you get some income from something that you can create that's simple? It don't have to be rocket science. You'll be surprised with some of the basic products that we have. They are not rocket science, and they're some of the best equipment you can get, like a standard wrench. It ain't rocket science, but everybody buy one. No, no, man. Standard wrench. Somebody was thinking, and a worker came up with that, right? You know what I'm saying? Huh?
Is this already set?
Yeah, everything is good. Everything is good to go. Actually, let me, since you said that, let's push this over here with them so you can check them out. Getting ready. I like how they getting the PPE.
You got pipe cleaners.
Oh, the tip cleaners.
Yeah, tip.
Look down there. What up, fam? Look up, fam. Right in time. And another thing is, I'm gonna tell this, like a teeth. Every time you drop a well, it ain't gonna work. Always make sure you pour that and pick it up. Gotta make sure you get a good flow. And then remember this. You see how it's close right here when you put it over it. This here is your gap. So always use this side, put it right up against it, and give you the distance you get every time. If you use this side, it's gonna cut too much off. So just keep that up. That's good right here. It's good. Yeah, it's good. So the point goal that I see that your goal is, since you're familiar, I ain't gonna sit and see what I got to do. 14 gauge, I'm gonna cut this down some. I'm glad I looked at it because.
Yeah, I really don't remember what the typical percentage would be.
16. We using this is we're gonna act like this is 18 gauge, so it should be a small bead. You know what I mean? But that way it won't burn through this plate. So the goal is to keep this stick out. You want to keep no longer than a 3/8 stick out on this. 3/8 to a quarter is, once you hear it frying like bacon, if you get the popping, you too far away or you got too much angle. It's the same angle you use on the TV. 0 to 15, no more than 15 minutes, you should be fine. Once you get ready, all you gotta do is hit the trigger and go. There you go. Should be good to go. Make sure. Yeah, should be good to go. They laying out, fam. We got some laying out to do. You can, what we gotta do, we're gonna be laying these out to fabricate these pieces. Once he lay them out, right here in the centerpiece, where we're gonna weld that, we're gonna grab that piece off. So we can stick this right here in the center. You know what I mean? So once he lay it out, what I can have you do. Oh yeah, I want to show you what I have you do. Once he lay them all out, I'll have you use the buffing pad and just clean a 2-inch section. But we're gonna put this tube in there. You're gonna walk around it. When you walk around it, that's the area you clean. So you'll just hit this.
You want me to cut these off so they're completely flat to the point?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Not completely to the point. I'm gonna show you. Okay. Not completely. It can still be a little rough. So just set it up here like this here. Mark. Make sure it's in the center. See how it's straight in the center. Mark all the way around it. And that way, square here. That'll be the section that you got to clean. So that way it can have a good weld. And then you'll be cleaning them around here too. That way the weld can hit too. All right, what are we doing? What? I thought you were waiting on me. Let me get my gear.
Alrighty. I just need to figure out if you need to do this.
Well, that's what he doing. He already got it measured. You fit it, you make sure it fits directly in the middle, all the way around, then you put your mark around. But you make sure in the middle, so you know how to tell if it's in the middle or not, right? So he'll look at it. That way, you'll make sure that they're all straight. You don't have to redo it. Hey, I don't know how it look. I'm gonna come on there and look, but boy, it sounded like he did something right, didn't it?
Yep.
It sounded good. No, but you know what they say, looks can be deceiving. I've been catfished before.
Hey, we all have.
I've been catfished before. Man, that wasn't bad. He almost catfished me though.
Yeah.
Nah, he did good. He did good. So the only thing I would say is one, the bead needs to tighten up on your motion. What kind of motion are you doing?
I didn't even know.
No, you just pushing it in. Okay, that was good. Yeah, but see with this, to make the better weld, you can push it if it's real thing, but on this you want to do a circular motion or back and forth. But that was a good bead though.
I wanted to test that first bead.
Yeah. So now just sit beside it and roll on right beside it. What's up, man? You feeling better?
Yes, sir.
You looking better than the eyes. Your eyes look better.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other day I was worried about you the other day. I don't know. You had me spooked. I was like, hey man, I don't need nothing. I can't get away.
I was trying to tell you.
All right, so what we'll do is let's put this one there.
Well, I got to. That's like the only one over there, ain't it? They got the large. She got the large on.
Actually,
Yeah. Little one.
do it. Actually, bro, look at the top. So the new line too. That makes sense. If you walk out one side, come over here so I can show you. So instead of taking it out and flipping it, this blade is long as it goes. So just do it like this.
That tape measure is hell, bro. I said, using that tape measure is kind of hell. And I wish I learned that just all the way down. Keeping it still while you trying to match.
I think that'll be easy. What you think? We got two down. I'll let you grab next. So you need one of these to mark it, right? Yeah, use one of these to mark it. You know what I mean? All right, family, laying that out. We got one cut. We got one cut ready to go. Watch her. Yeah, watch her. She finna do these cuts. I'm glad so you can watch. Hey, they can help you do a couple of these cuts too. And fam here, he wanna do a cut. I know you gonna do some cutting on this here. Some fabrication, yeah. So this is what we doing. So she gonna show you. We gotta put these little grooves in here like this here. We gotta mark them. She gonna mark it. We're gonna use one that we already did to mark like she's doing. And then we gonna cut this out.
Okay.
So she gonna show you how we do it. We gotta do all of them like this. Gotta have that little indentation in it. And the purpose for it, just so y'all will know, show you what it's for. So it's for, we could put this in just like this. And we're gonna weld all the way around it.
Thanks. It's gonna stand straight up in the.
Yep, it's gonna sit on top of this. So that's the product. Weld all the way around the base, all the way around the neck once we get it centered. So we got 12 of them to do like that. And then after we do this, weld the base up, then we got to weld the clamp to the base. So we're making a full product. Yeah, the clamp gonna be up here so it can fall directly inside. So the goal is to have the clamp twist that around. Twist that around. Nah, twist that, yeah. That's the goal. Be like this. But this gonna be more up here. It's gonna be more up here though.
That way you can screw this
Yeah,
in.
all the way down, yes. So that way, if you put it all the way here, we got all, you know, you can use this. If it's something big, you can come up. But if we start down, we can only go so far up. We wanna be able to use all that. So we're gonna probably put it about right here.
It's gonna stop itself.
Yep, and then stop itself. So that way we got a full distance we can go. Real product, what you think about it, fam? You the one talking about building products, you think you ready? Skid, yep, a clamp, a custom clamp. We doing. It's gonna hold them those electrical cables, those big old electrical cables. They're gonna be replacing in that new program.
Okay.
From skills to products, family. Hold on.